Juvenile Redeploy is an alternative program to the Illinois Department of Juvenile Justice, which is essentially youth prison. It's a grant we received from the state of Illinois Department of Human Services, and it's to keep the population of the youth prisons down. My name is Mark Warner. I'm the Director of Juvenile Redeploy for the Circuit Court of Cook County. During this program, you will receive counseling, mentoring, other life skills such as financial literacy, resume building, job hunting. We're here to help you. Every youth who comes into the program is assessed using a tool called the Youth Assessment Screening Instrument, otherwise known as the YASI. The interviewer is going to talk to you about your family life, your legal history, your personal life. They're going to ask you a lot of personal questions. Don't worry about this. This is really just to get to know you and to provide a good assessment to see if you're a good fit for the program. Every youth in the program goes through a life skills group. Many topics are discussed on this. As you grow older and become an adult, we want you to know these skills so you're successful as an adult. Balancing a checkbook, financial literacy, setting goals, how to get a loan. All of those things are discussed. They're also going to be talking about other things like anger management, decision making. So your group leaders may also want to know what you want to talk about.
This is a new program in Cook County, off the ground. We're hoping that this facility will be a one-stop shop, help with education, any mental health services, employment services, internship possibilities, and then eventually they may be hired to serve and help kids that they once were. There's a saying, where there's life, there's hope. Many of our kids do not have hope because they live in a certain neighborhood, and so I'm here to let them know, where there's life, there's hope. Many African American kids, other kids of color, when they come into a court, sometimes I'm the only black judge they've ever seen. And so I can relate on a certain level. I can encourage, let them know, guess what, I went to the same high school, had the same grades. This is how I turned it around. Someone help me, I'm here to help you. And so let's use this negative situation and turn it into a positive. And one day, I hope when I retire and I'm able to take my robe off, to put my robe on one of the kids.
As a woman of color, I think that's like a good example is like there are opportunities within this realm, that there are positive opportunities for people that look like us. And that's kind of what this program is about, is to like show to them that there is more than just what they are used to or like what's in their community, that there's like so much opportunity and just like positivity and hope. So here at Redeploy, we do wraparound meetings. So what this entails is that we do a meeting with you, anyone that in your life that you think is important to your success. So this could be a teacher, this could be a coach, a parent, a grandparent, even like a best friend. And the point of this meeting is to just talk about your goals, to talk about what it is you want to get out of the program. So if you want to get a job, if you want to do better in school, if you want to go off to college. So that's kind of what this is about. It's a very strengths-based, so what that means is just talking about the positives. We don't really want to focus on the negatives because that's kind of what the court kind of does. So this is what that meeting is about. The biggest proponent that this program is kind of about is like therapy. So we offer individual therapy and then also group therapy. The individual is obviously to talk about your own things. It could be just how your day was versus like you want to talk about stuff about your family.
Only on 2, targeting underage offenders committing the worst crimes in Cook County. Our Tara Molina got a first-hand look at a brand new program providing specialized treatment to the kids and teens here, meant to break the cycle.
Breaking the cycle that often ends here at the Cook County Jail, that's the goal of this brand new Redeploy program. Coupled with probation, they're working directly with the kids behind the crimes and their families. This is the newest answer here, Cook County's Redeploy team.
We work with workforce, so they help the kids get dressed for interviews and how to practice for interviews, and then eventually getting them connected. I would kind of approach it as like, we all make mistakes, every person. It's more of like, are you able to forgive yourself for that? You do something when you're young and you're still able to grow and learn from that mistake and like accept that you made that and that it's okay and that it doesn't define who you are.
So with my role, I assess the kids for the program. I'm the one that go to court and speak with the judge. I speak to the probation officer. I speak with the public defender, and I also speak with the state's attorney. We all work closely together to create a success plan for the youth so they can be successful once they complete the program. Do your best. We know that you're not going to be perfect, right? We know there's going to be mistakes. We don't expect you to be perfect, so just always do your best. We see the potential before they usually see the potential, right? Which is why we select them to be in the program.
One of the most important things about Redeploy is giving young people an opportunity to make different choices. I want the youth in this program to learn that it's okay to make mistakes in life, but the important thing is to learn from their mistakes. This is a different society now, different time in the world, and I think that a lot of the violence and things that happen in this community have a lot to do with their upbringing, their home training, and things of that nature. I get an opportunity to really learn who they are. One of the advices I would give a young person is to first learn from their mistakes and expunge and seal their juvenile record. And this way, they can have chances to go into a trade, they can go into school, college. I know that college is not for everyone, even entrepreneurship, but I think that the most important thing in giving advice is that they get those juvenile records expunged and sealed. Some of the incentives that we offer are the recreational outings. A lot of kids have never been to Navy Pier. A lot of kids have not been to a Chicago Bulls game. So the recreational part, I think, is big. But also, when they move up in levels, they get a gift card for $50. So they know they have to earn a certain amount of points, and then they have that gift card. So they look forward to that. That keeps them coming. But most of all, the incentives with the food and the snacks are very big. I think that's very enriching for a young person to be able to know it's like coming home. And no matter how a child is labeled, there's good in every kid. It's just a matter of being able to pull that goodness out. And we do that here at Redeploy. This is definitely a place to be. The reality is giving them the space to talk about things that they're involved in. You're gonna love it and you're gonna wanna change, and I promise that.
A typical day at Redeploy consists of course, transporting the clients to the hub and also completing a morning shuffle. So what does that mean? That pretty much means checking in with each youth, making sure that, we have conversations with them and ask them if they're doing okay, how they're feeling after basically a day out of Redeploy or a weekend out, just so that we could target or focus on anything that we pretty much need to service our clients with. The most important thing about Redeploy is giving the participants an opportunity to make better choices.
Oh, Father, tell me.
When I first got here, I'm not gonna lie, I was skeptical at first, cause I was facing a few different charges, and this was one of my options that opened up. Eventually, yeah, I got comfortable. It's good. It's a good program.
The offender's actions, make no mistake, are horrific.
and unacceptable in our city.
Chicago faces an epidemic of gun violence. This year alone, more than 2,100 people have been shot.
The most important thing I want each youth to understand and know is that we aren't trying to change them. We're just here to help them make better choices. So at the end of the program, when a participant graduates, that's our hope, that they make better choices in their lives with the help of us and our group counseling or any other services that we were able to provide them.
I'm on house arrest right now, so usually I don't like being on house arrest, so I just there's nothing else to do, so I just come here and do what I gotta do. So Sandra, she was ready to create a plan for me, basically. That's what she was ready to do. So basically, every time you come into this program, somebody's always gonna create a plan for you. They want you to do the best, that's all they want.
My name is Monica Montgomery. I am the program manager for the Redeploy program. I've been in juvenile justice for over 20 years, and I've been working with YOS for over 13 years. And so full-fledged and welcome to Redeploy. Since we've started the program, we have youth that talks about proceeding through all of the levels that's included in the program, but they have mentioned that they would like to come back even after going through the levels. So I think from a youth's perspective, they're starting to see the importance of not just coming to the program, but also giving what they need to give, and then we in turn give them what they need. I want to know what's going on with the youth that come through the door. I want to know what's going on at home. I often say that on Fridays, they leave to go back home, but then on Monday they come back and we got to start all over again. So engagement is my most important part about this job period.
This is not the end of the road. This is just the start. A lot of these kids are in a single family household with just the mother. There's no strong male figure, or no male figure just to show them that they care, and that's important to a young man. We fill that void, and every day we just teach them man skills and how to conduct themselves as a man. Once you turn 18, everything that you did in life, we can expunge it, and you have a new start at life, and the ball is in your court.
I had background in this type of stuff, meaning like I have background with growing up with juveniles. I mean, I was a juvenile myself. I'm an example because I know where they come from. I grew up in those type of neighborhoods, and I also know what it's like to choose the other route. So it's like I tell one of the clients now, it's like, yeah, you can be surrounded by that, but you gotta know you have that decision to either go with your environment and conform, or you can go the other route and possibly they can become the example that they need to be for the people left behind. You have to look at your resources as a ticket. I feel like even this itself is a ticket for them to get away from the house for a couple hours, get some, peace of mind, get some food. Like, we provide a lot for them, and it's like, since they're not used to it, it'll take some time for them to adjust, for them to understand what we're here for, but eventually it'll be like, this the best thing that probably ever happened to me. They're gonna have to eventually go on their own. We're getting them right when we need to get them. That way they'll be like, oh, I learned that at Redeploy. I know how to grocery shop. I know how to pick up after myself. I know how to be a man. It's a lot of stuff that we're teaching them as incentive-wise. Being a better person, improving yourself constantly, because you can never stop improving yourself. And then another thing would be like just seeing what the world can provide other than what they're used to.
I am the mother of both hubs, and I always tell the parents as well, I'm the mama when your kid is away from home, so don't be nervous. We do give them the opportunity to pick what they want. It's not all about us. They do have a voice, and we let them voice their opinion when the time is right.
So I would tell a student that's looking down on themselves, on their past mistakes, that mistakes do not define who you are. Every single person is presented with choices in their life, and those choices branch into other choices. We try and get them into the community as much as we possibly can from that restorative justice lens.
When the youth realize that they can do this on their own, when they realize when the interventions and the coping skills and everything kick in, and they're able to autonomously put that stuff together, and adjust to different situations, different stressors, different triggers, and find that space. I call it when the lights come on. So me, that's my favorite part, when you're working with somebody who does not have, the hope, and then the light comes on, and you're like, you know what, I can't do this.
I like watching the kids change. Watching them get off their house arrest bands, watching them get jobs, watching them go back to regular school and get out of alternative school, just watching them win.
We try to do a lot of different things with them, to make sure that they, have all that they need, information and all, to just continue that journey and succeed, and in a positive manner. That's the main thing, that we're trying to just let them see another aspect of life that they've never seen before.
So this is not your last chance.
And this is not their last chance.
Incentive overall would be another chance.
This is not the last chance.